What, there aren't recipe mods?
No. Well, there are, but none of them add pepperoni pizza.
Heresy!
This is complete.
What did I walk into?
Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Sneaky, guess what's on sale for $12.50 now?
Kenshi?
Surviving Mars.
No.
About $3.50.
God, if that was on sale right now, I would have to... Sneaky, I would have to drive up there, get on your computer, refund the game, and then send you another copy. It's the principle at that point, but no, Shinobi Strikers is finally below $20.
Oh, you have to pay me money for that.
Don't
You have
worry,
to
I'll
pay
send
money.
you a copy.
God fucking damn it, Max. Stop giving these people your money.
It's his money. He can waste it if he wants, Sneaky.
Yeah, Sneaky, it's your money. I can waste it if I want.
Hold on, what?
Wait, what?
What?
You guys completely missed what Orf...
No, I heard what you said, and I heard what he said. I was going with what I thought was a joke.
Hey, Sneaky,
Yeah?
can you give Oliver the guest star thing?
No, but he can
No.
join General and we can drag him down.
Oh, okay. Because he's asking me how to get on.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ion Fury's reviews are just holy shit. Oh, wow.
Who do what now?
A game that bent the knee and apologized for telling jokes in one of the developers' off times on a Discord not related to the developer or the game in a shitpost channel. They
How did they even
apologized
know he was a developer for the game?
because they connected his account to the one on the Discord in the game's developer Discord.
Go shut your dog up.
Yeah, go
I
punch
hear
it.
Doug.
Don't listen to anything this man says.
I did not
Sneaky isn't
advocate
either.
violence against dogs. I advocated
the
making it be
only
quiet.
thing I will
There's a
never
difference.
advocate violence against is corgis. Corgis are precious and you should hug them until they stop.
But they're also dogs.
Stop what, Sneaky?
Whatever you don't want them to do.
See, I thought that was some kind of murder-based euphemism.
No.
Can you blame me? It's you.
I
You have
can
told
blame
me
you.
multiple times to just murder my dogs.
Yes, because they're not corgis.
One of my dogs is a
Damn.
corgi.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Don't murder that dog.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to murder any of my dogs.
Oh, what is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
Many things.
Oh, by the
Alright.
way, I managed to sadden myself. I got home.
You know,
cooked
we're
up some
still streaming,
surprise
right?
yesterday.
Are we
No, I know
streaming?
we're streaming, but like Sneaky, I had this moment of like, I can relax tonight. Maybe I'll pop in Metal Wolf Chaos.
Yeah, I didn't
Wait,
turn the mute button on.
Wait, it's
so this
wait,
has
it's
just been
Tuesday.
live the whole time.
That's
So
fine. I haven't
But
said
no.
anything I'm
it's
ashamed
some
of.
background chatter, you know, before the
Yeah,
stream.
yeah, Sneaky, your shitty show actually brought my day down.
Yo, let me go grab my special sauce.
Oh boy.
He has a special coffee, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like every month he should change what he calls it. Cause like last month it was apple juice. This month it's special coffee. What do we get? What do we get
Next month it's fried rice.
It's Friday.
Throw the Twitch bot for a loop.
Okay, I have followed Sneaky's instructions to the letter.
What
Oh.
the fuck did you do?
He followed the instructions to the letter, apparently.
No.
Oh, okay. It should be noted that at least 3 people in this chat do not advocate animal cruelty.
Please do not murder your dogs.
They do, and we do in fact condemn it sternly.
We condemn
like-
it pretty fucking hard, actually.
The only time you should be laying a hand on an animal is if you've got to bop it because it's attacking you.
The only time you should lay a hand on an animal is when you hug it.
Okay, I remember that when there's a lion gnawing on your leg.
Remember, you can always use a tried and true formula of head on. Apply it directly to the forehead.
Fucking hate you.
Look, all I'm saying is,
So- I forgot about that stupid fucking meme.
How did you forget about that?
Stupid?
Because
or
it
do
was
you mean
really
beautiful?
easy. It was really easy to forget it. It was
True.
so dumb.
Head on.
It-
Apply
it
directly to
really
the
is an
forehead.
extremely
Instructions
dumb
unclear.
meme.
Dick stuck in toaster.
I don't think I really heard what he said. Did he say what I think he said?
Oh, I probably did.
I don't
Well, I'm not gonna
know.
repeat that because I don't want to.
I should just
All
boot up
right.
my Wolf Chaos.
Let me
and
just
play this in the background.
Chaos, chaos.
all right.
Metal Wolf Chaos, now
Hello,
with Shadow the
Internet.
Hedgehog.
Now that we're done with the background
Where's
chatter,
that
we can
damn
get
fourth it?
straight
Where's that
into
damn-
on to the main event. That's Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9002 coming right at you.
Wait, I thought this was the International.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are not in Shanghai. Though I would
Oh, good.
probably say that's actually a benefit for me, because I would most likely be hunted down by the Chinese authorities within the hour.
Oh no, you would be hunted down by the Chinese authority in seconds.
I'm pretty
not
sure
much
You
work
would
here.
be
wouldn't
classified
allowed
as a
to-
danger to everything.
No, he just wouldn't be allowed in. Period. He'd be turned away. Like, he'll land at the airport, be told, now you gotta go home, and just be stuck there until someone gets him a ticket.
There's just like a fucking. There's like 5 Chinese. There's like 5
Bastards.
triad members just like standing there, just like no. Turn the fuck around, fucker. You get back on that
Sneaky,
goddamn
your
plane.
mafia connections will tell them you're coming. It'll count as repaying a favor.
Ah, yes, of course. Alright. I'm your host, SneakyDevil. We got Maxforce, Atin, Alvor the Dickweed, and Orpheus joining us today.
Wait, we have
Wait,
Al Gore.
wasn't-
Mr. Gore, thank you for inventing the internet and making this stream possible.
Wow, this calls for celebration.
And server mute.
Man, Bear, Pig is your god. No, Helix is my god. Thank you very much.
So, who is Alvor and why are they here?
I don't actually know. I finished off my entire whiskey bottle on Friday.
Oh
So
god, why?
I'm not actually sure what I said on Friday, but apparently I said he could come on.
Was that offer made with the idea that he would be using a mic?
That was the plan, yes.
The offer was also made while Sneaky was super drunk.
I mean, I'll still honor an offer
He's
that I've
always
made while drunk.
I would like to point out, contractually speaking, you are not obligated to. Drunk people cannot
Well,
legally
no,
form
I'm not
contracts.
obligated to. I'll still honor it.
Okay, I just needed to clarify that. According to United States doctrine, drunk people are incapable of forming legally binding contracts.
To the thanks of a grateful nation.
Alright, what do we got here? Naruto D times D. Okay, yeah, sure,
Oh
times D.
God.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Tension, please stop.
What the fuck
sending
did Tension
mobile
do now?
links. He keeps giving. Okay, here's the thing. Tension gives recommendations for the show, but he keeps sending them in mobile format. Fuck! It's
Let
like
me
3
just,
extra button presses to delete the M dot.
Let me
Please,
switch
for
that
my
on
sanity,
over.
Tension, I beg you.
And now hit this here button. And you know what? We should celebrate our chain in the dark.
Do not do that.
Alright, what should be our new sin count? I'm thinking super special sauce.
Well, it's certainly unique.
Who's
I'm pretty sure
raping
he's
their
just
mic?
like that's not one of I think that's
Al
you,
Gore.
or Al Gore.
No, Al Gore's still
Someone.
muted.
Well, I don't know what the fuck
Here's
to
the
tell
thing,
you,
he
man.
can't defend himself, so we can
That
blame
is
him.
literally not an excuse. When you copy paste, you can literally just delete the M dot. Don't give me that hate the phone shit. This is user error.
Error
Do
lies
not
between
blame the
mouse and
phone.
keyboard.
Do not blame the phone for your ineptitude.
All right then. Well, let me just ping out at everyone again because apparently no one got the message. Fucking scum.
Did you send out a ping?
No.
He did not.
There you go.
I'm just the best with my audience.
It's been a while since you've called anyone troglodyte. I just realized that
Well,
used to
I
be
gotta
like your
keep it up.
favorite.
The next
I know,
insult
it's
up
just-
is cactus fucker.
That's
Oh
an
wow!
insult I've not
Oh
heard from
wow!
you in a long
We're
time.
going. Okay. Let's see. Last time I heard you use that was like 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
It's been a hot
We're-
minute since
we're-
he used
We're
it.
rotating.
We're
We're
rotating.
rotating now.
Yep.
We're going back to the oldies.
Yep. So this is a Eclipse. This is given to us by Tension here. Naruto High
Okay.
School D times D cross. I know
Yep.
Orpheus is just absolutely taking notes right now.
No,
Please do not do that.
I have no investment in DxD except for the fact that I know I'll never read it.
Yeah, but DxD is all about completely overpowered characters that have no point to 90% of their powers, and I thought that would really fit your stories.
Yes.
That is not fair. There's a point to all of my characters being overpowered.
At least he admits they're overpowered.
I mean, yeah, look. My most popular story was literally Naruto being, like, in canon, Naruto's the heir to one of the Six Path Sage's sons. No, in this one, he's the heir to Kaguya. Like,
Yeah,
I'm relatively sure I
the
started
most
that
original
entire trend.
idea ever. I've only seen it about 50 times.
Well, no, because I'm relatively sure that I was the first one that did that, because the moment Kaguya was revealed, I was like, oh, I'm writing a story about this. And then I never got very far with it, and I'm like, oh, everyone else is doing it now.
Were
I
you
don't wanna
like
do
that
it.
one author who was like, "Oh, yeah, I dreamed this entire story up. If anyone hates it, you should shut the
Oh,
fuck up."
no, that's fucking stupid. Like, yeah, I get the Tetris effect sometimes, but, like, with fanfiction, that's stupid.
Living under the hatred of the village isn't something two kids should go
Wait,
through.
Naruto was hated by the village.
Yeah, did you know that? Training till they collapse, studying till their brains
in
burn.
my skin.
Fighting against them is mere suicide. Fighting against them is mere suicide. That could have been worded so much better. Why being called a weapon when you can be so much more?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Why being called a weapon when you can be so much more?
No. Don't question it. Just let it happen.
Don't ask questions. Just start taking sips.
Bashing the violence, rape, sex,
drink the pan away.
incest,
What? Pan away.
language, out of character, original character harem, Naruto harem, OP Naruto, OPOC, Rinnegan Naruto renamed, don't like, don't read, adventure romance.
Well, I'm
It's-
certainly
Oh
not gonna be
boy!
reading.
No! Get out of here, you unintelligible Russian bastard!
No, I have to say.
Wow.
What?
That was
wait,
fast.
Who joined? Is that Zarlan? Is that Zarlan joined?
Yep.
Yes. I could tell by Atin's reaction.
Oh,
We
boy.
only have one unintelligible Russian.
We have Zeke's.
Yeah.
Cheeky breaky.
Zeke's is barely on these days.
And
He
silence.
says.
Actually,
Yeah.
is he okay? It's been a while.
I have no idea. Don't really care either though. So,
Wow.
you know, as long as he keeps coming on to donate to me, I'm cool. I'm fine with it. You know.
Surely the most magnanimous of us.
At least I'm honest.
That's not a good thing.
Alright, so this is a Naruto High School D times D cross, and it's got 12 chapters, but it has only 100 favorites, and for the section it's in, that is horrendous. You would think it would be far higher if this story was anywhere near, I don't know, -5 on the rating scale of out of 10. Because I mean, we've seen some really shit stories on this show that have had thousands of favorites in this section. Garbage self-insert, plot holes everywhere, cringe romance. Oh boy.
I'm not even really sure how to respond to that.
Please delete your story.
Yes,
I
please.
want to
Double
roll
lava
my
shit.
eyes every time a Quad S class mission jutsu or classification is added.
Oh boy.
Please remove your ability to reproduce. Thank you. And he left. Good
Oh.
job.
Did Zarlon just BTFO?
No,
I mean,
no,
that's
Al-
probably for the best.
Alvor did. No,
He-
Zorlan's still
oh.
here, you stupid shit.
I'm not sneaky.
Wait, who left?
I gave up. I'm just playing Metal Wolf Chaos in the background.
Alvor left.
Al Gore fucking yeeted himself out of existence.
Oh,
Fucking
thank
everyone
God.
just starts talking shit about Zorlan. And he's still in the
Hey, I started talking shit when I thought he was here.
I'm not talking shit. I was just asking.
Talking shit is literally what we do in our show when we're like bored.
Of course, before we get too far in, I have to remind everyone not to contact the author as per Twitch guidelines. Let's start
Right.
reading this.
Right? Yep.
Yep,
Get that
yes,
out
we
of the way now.
understand.
Yo guys, welcome to my first fic ever. I'll try my best to make it perfect.
Oh,
you
try
will.
too hard now.
Famous last words.
No.
Somehow, author, I feel like you failed. If that's your summary, I somehow feel like you failed already. You may want to know what kind of story it is. Well, author, I'm aware of what kind of story it is already, thanks to your summary. I will admit, I will give this
Garbage.
author points where it counts. His summary does an amazing job of making sure I know exactly what I'm getting into.
It's a
I mean, that's
Naruto
really all you
crossover
can
that
ask for when you-
failed already.
Which is to say, the shit river of a favela in Brazil.
Okay, I literally did not just understand you. What did you say?
The shit river of a
No.
favela in Brazil. Because favelas have those.
I thought favelas were places where people who played Dota at 2 a.m. spawn.
Yes, actually. That's
That's where they come out of the shit river.
They're born out of the shit river. Yeah. When too much fiber is taken in that day because they ate too much bark soup, it clumps together and forms a new Dota player.
I see.
Oh, that's how that works. Good to know.
Ah, now we know where Sneaky came from.
Nope. You see, I'm not Brazilian.
You sure about that one?
Yes. I do not speak any Portuguese at all. Who joined?
Nani?
So,
No one joined. Okay. It was just someone being thing. Alright, let's get right on into this thing. There is going to be some bashing, just some
casual bashing here.
character who bath in arrogance.
oh,
I thought I heard Kara, and I'm like, the fuck? When did this turn into an Undertale cross?
They spelt character caricature.
I think it's a pun.
yeah,
Oh, look, I don't know what you're saying, but leave
Hey,
Shar Aznabel out of this.
is it supposed to be caricature, but they spelled it with a CH?
That definitely sounds like something someone would do.
It does. Unfortunately.
6 years before plot began.
Then why do I care about this?
Then how are we reading it?
I mean,
if it's
backstory
si-
can.
Wait,
Backstory
no,
can-
this is a really important question, guys. How are we reading the story if it's taking place 6 years before the story begins?
And Kushina
Oh, you're
Uzumaki is
shitposting.
obviously a guy. Guys, did you notice that Kushina Uzumaki is actually a dude?
Wait.
What?
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 In the story, apparently Kushina Uzumaki, Naruto's mom from canon, is actually a dude.
Kushina Uzumaki, wife of Minato and father of Naruto.
That's some serious transgendering.
I see. We've got some Fate Stay Night Mordred stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
apparently.
My favorite.
Oh,
Gonna need to put our big think caps on for this story, boys.
This is,
Oh, we gotta put a
this
big
is-
something on, all right.
This is exactly what I wanted to do.
Screams echoed
mean-
through the city. Battle cries were heard from every direction. It was the night Kyubi broke free from its container. Apparently, not only is Kushina a father, but they are also a household object. Godine Sama, the village evacuate, and every shinobi we could gather is ready for attack. Good. Sandime Sama will push the beast out of the village, where you will engage it with everything you have. Explosive tags, jutsus, and summons. I didn't realize everything you have did not include explosive tags, jutsus, or summons. I'm glad he clarified that, though.
Apparently, they were supposed to punch it into submission.
Oh, yeah, everyone just start punching it. It'll be like Dying Light. We'll just inflict so much knockdown damage on it that it can't get up.
that would have been amazing.
Isn't that about 70% of all Shinobi strategies, though?
What,
Kick
inflict knockdown damage and then kick it while it's down?
Yeah, just punch it to death. Like that seems like it's
I
the
mean, Mike guy
first
seems to
plan.
subscribe to that.
Seems
No,
like
no,
it's the first plan for every shinobi.
They
to
are very
punch it.
it's a special joining unit. Very special one. They just need to be told what to do, or otherwise they won't figure it out. Direct approach punching Narutoverse. That's normal.
I already have a plan. Bring Jonin Kazumo Senju to me.
Who?
I like how he describes a plan and then goes, I also have another plan.
I would say if your entire plan is dependent on one guy in a village of people, your plan may need rethinking.
He heard a quick, hi, before
Well,
his
unless
last
that
student
person
left the
is
room.
like the fourth Hokage or the third Hokage.
The young Hokage stood up and went to the window. How can giant furball create so much damage? I should have killed Kushina when I had the chance.
Wait, what?
It looks like
Hang
somebody did like giving birth to Naruto.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Who's talking about killing
This is
Kushina?
Minato, who is talking about killing Kushina, because apparently, according to the author earlier in the paragraph, Kushina was the one that fucked him.
Wait. No, hang on a second. What?
You see, Kushina has a dick, and Minato has a vagina. And the two had sex, and Minato gave birth to
An abomination,
Naruto.
quite frankly.
And while he was giving birth to Naruto, Kushina had the Kyubi ripped out of her, and so now he's lamenting not killing her when he had the chance.
Oh my god, this is.
Wait,
Oh,
Ziggy, you
this
forgot.
is all
She's a
kinds of
household
special,
object.
isn't
She's a
it?
sex doll with a dick.
Oh, right, because she's a household object, right. I forgot she doesn't have a
Artificial
gender.
insemination.
Everyone
Just a
has to refer to
definition.
Kushina as they, them, because they do not have he, she.
I am so very confused by this story.
Like Danzo said, she was a danger, and now she gave birth to a child that was influenced 9 months by the Kyubi's chakra. Damn it, when that bitch doesn't die today, I'll kill her. The abomination of hers is gonna be a late-term abortion.
What the fuck is this story? Why do you find these? How do you find these?
We broke Sneaky.
Oh. Sneaky, okay, buddy?
Remember to breathe.
That's a big tip.
You know, we now understand why Minato killed himself. It was to escape the shame of honor violation.
Naruto's an ass baby. That explains everything.
That's why he was influenced by Skybe's chakra. Minato was on his knees taking everything and was digested in his stomach along with Naruto.
Oh,
So, kind of third base experience.
Jesus Christ. He's gonna be a waiter. Alright, I have to use that in a story now at some point.
You
What?
really don't. You really don't have to.
I don't know, it's gonna be something along the lines of, it's a good thing you don't have parents anymore, kid, because you're about to be a late term abortion.
Jesus, Sneaky. Oh, why are you like
Sneaky,
this?
calm down. We just need to get to the part where Tsunade with the dick comes in. It's about to happen. Hold yourself together. Soldier on, Sergeant.
Okay. I hope no one clipped that.
Oh, someone's clipped that.
His thoughts were cut off when he heard a knock on the door. Enter. In came a young man, probably 16 to 17 years old, so you don't know? Long, spiky white hair, red, pupilless eyes. So it's an edgy OC, okay. Tan skin and bored. What caught everyone's attention was the pink scar marks going down his right eye to his jaw. And the scars were the kanji for all 5 elements. He was the illegitimate great-grandson of Tobrima Senju.
Oh, so he's Tsunade's
That's
kid.
a really big set of scars.
Yes, not only is that a massive set of scars, but it's also exceedingly edgy.
How the hell he's walking around? He looks like he's suffering from 3 diseases at once. From albinism, from some kind of a skin cancer, and from vision impairment. I'm pretty sure his eyeballs is rotting from the inside. He's got pink eye.
I just don't question it, my dude. It's best if you don't either. Or alternatively, you can make sure to absorb any sanity damage you take using Sneaky's special sauce. Which is what I'm doing right now.
The secret is that it's whiskey.
No, that's against Twitch terms of service. I would never drink whiskey during the stream. Only my special sauce.
Only your special sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to Tsunade's STD walking to the door.
Not yet. Alright, here we go. Yoda, I'm Sama. You called for me. Kazumo, I have a request for you. Your wife gave birth to a child. Seeing not even seated, so did my wife. I want you to bring your kid outside. You may have questions, but I explained everything in this scroll here, dismissed. Looking worried, the Jonin didn't say anything and just left to go get his baby son. And then they teleported out to the outskirts. Kazumo broke down his door and yelled at his wife. Is it the meme where the dad's in the doorway holding a belt?
He's apparently incredibly sucky ninja because he's breaking down doors and screaming his wife.
Yumi-chan, I'm in my room. And my room, so they're not living in the same room. Wow, dude, how did you fuck up that marriage so quickly? You're literally 16 years old. Jesus.
So he was
Skill.
14 when he impregnated her?
Entering the room, the young man saw his wife. She might have only been 15, but she was still a beauty. You're 16.
She already has a baby, so she was about 14 when she would get pregnant. And he was 14 when she got pregnant.
Yeah, they're literally a year apart, so it's not like One of them's like hyper old or just. Okay.
Doctor is into very, very little children. Let's get accepted and move on.
Man, it's still not as bad as that one Naruto story where he was, quote, as buff as a 5-year-old as a 3-year-old, and then proceeded to have sex with his mom out in the open, and all of his sisters walked around naked because they were also attracted to Naruto.
As a 3-year-old.
As a 3-year-old, yes.
Specifically, the 3-year-old part.
And also he had all 10 Biju inside him. Yes, that's right, all 10 Biju. He also had the 10 tails inside him, and they were all female, and they were all Oni-sans.
Are we sure Remy didn't write this?
Do you mean One-sans? Because
You wish.
Are we sure Remy didn't write that?
No, we are not sure Arn did not in fact write a story about a 3-year-old Naruto being fucked by several older, big-boobied sisters. The Chad 3-year-old versus the virgin 13-year-old. Oh, the things you stumble upon in fanfiction.
I hate the internet.
What?
And
What?
I'm sure
What?
that story survived all the purges.
What? Oh, it's got like 5,000 favorites. Her long, dark brown hair going down to her waist in 3 ponytails, with 2 more ponytails framing her face.
What? How much hair is this Rapunzel?
She has cream white, perfected skin and small birthmark below her lip, making her even more beautiful. I wish I was pronouncing these words oddly, but this is how the author is writing them. She was sitting there in a bathrobe, singing the sun to sleep. Her son was obviously a mixture of both parents, as opposed to being not a mixture of both parents.
Don't you know some children just pop out fully formed in the image of only one parent? It's a rare disease called bad writing.
Did she have blue eyes? Did she have blue eyes? Let's say that she has blue eyes. Birthmarks, beauty. No. Doesn't say anything about her eyes. Shit. So I can't insult the author about this. Because the son has purple eyes, so I wanted to know if the author thought the mother having blue eyes and the father having red eyes meant the son has purple eyes. But I honestly wouldn't put it beyond this author. Because he apparently thinks that perfect is spelled P-E-R-K-T. And this is where I mute the stream for the next 5 minutes.
Or has he got the right idea?
I'm sorry for what I have to do. Everything you need to know is in this scroll. My water clone is writing an explanation for what I'm going to do. For the moment, I love you, but an order is an order. So then he smashed her in the face and grabbed the sun and ran out.
Okay.
Yurakuma Senju Uchiha killed me.
Yurakun, protect your mother for me. I make some grandchildren. Yurakama Senju Uchiha. Of course it's an Uchiha.
Apparently, they now have Rinnegan, because apparently boinking these two together.
Can I use my free
Rinnegan.
patron pick on their stream? Well, it is August, my dude, so you certainly can. Just a reminder, everyone, I do have a Patreon. You should definitely donate to it. It 100% is legit, and definitely will provide you valuable content you can't find anywhere else.
Can you say that with the straight face?
No, he can't.
He can't.
Dude, my entire Patreon is a shitpost. The welcome to my Patreon page is literally, why the fuck are you here?
I'm saying he's
That's
actually
a good
one of the worst
question.
liars in existence. He cannot keep a straight face.
Oh, you clipped it.
So what you're telling me is that I should be playing poker with him.
Oh god, he clipped that one.
Also, Sneaky, I linked the stories that you promised to overview.
Oh yeah. We'll get to it unless the patron thing takes too long.
I understand.
Naruto the Playmaker. Oh Jesus Christ. Wrestling times Naruto. What is this cover art? What? He looks like a football player.
Why is his left arm is basically dislocated
Okay,
from his shoulder?
I need to see this now.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Okay, no, seriously, what the
What-
fuck?
what in
He's
the
not a human
world?
being.
Oh my god.
Okay then.
And Potato, if we do get to yours, remind you, you do have 2 picks per month. Alright, so Minato, what will we do? Blah blah blah. Spandex suit, samurai helmet, blah blah. I will separate it into 2 halfies. Yin and yang.
See, now I'm just picturing someone cloning Happy Hogan.
I'll split it in halfies. The very mature man plotting to murder his wife says to the other very mature man who doesn't know about the guy plotting to murder his wife.
You see, Sneaky, QB was all alone. He
Oh
needed
god,
to
this
plan
isn't a
his own
spelling error. He legitimately calls it this. My son can't keep both halfies. It will corrupt.
But he was already corrupted for 9 months, so apparently it's another dimension. It's another
I'm
Minato.
like,
He's an
Minato, you can't do that. My son should live in a normal childhood. Please seal it completely back in me. It won't lessen my lifespan. I beg you, Minato, please. Shut her up. And so she was carted away.
Does the author just hate Minato?
Apparently. He watched with pain in his heart how summons of different races all tried to keep the Kyuubi down and were torn apart and slaughtered.
Besides snakes, slugs, and toads, is there anyone else who can actually match Kurama? Because seriously, dogs, what are they? Nipping at his claws? Being on his legs?
What? What? Minato watched with a pain in his heart. Wait, hold on. Okay. He watched with pain in his heart. So this is Kazumo. He watched with pain in his heart as the summons died, and then he also watched and wept as the Shinigami ripped the Yodan's soul out of his body. It all went pretty quick when suddenly Kazumo turned to the Sandime and said, "I am sorry, Ji-san, but I have dishonored my family for the sake of the village. I have sacrificed my childhood for the sake of the village. And I have destroyed my dream for the sake of the village. Please keep my son, Kushima-sama's son and wife, safe. I trust you." With those words, he pulled out a Tanto and cut his throat out. No! So hold on, let me get my booster. No!
What's the point of this?
The ex-Hokage screamed and tried to stop him, but he was too quick, and he already coated the babies in his blood.
Jesus.
Why is life so painful? Asterisk, sniff, sniff, asterisk. You were so young, why did you do it? Exclamation point! Exclamation point! He screamed at the face of the corpse.
Sneaky, the reason why he's dead, not because he's dishonored his village or his family, that's because his son won't be able to boing his mother after with him around, so he need to go.
No,
can boing both
Nexus.
mothers.
This is a crossover Nexus, but it's a D times D crossover. I don't know why it's listed as D times D crossover, because all we've had is some of the edgiest Naruto writing we've seen in a while. But it is. I'm sure we'll get to that part soon enough.
Okay.
Who's stroking off a dog in the background?
No, that was just me downing an entire shot glass. A whiskey shot glass. Filled with my special sauce, not whiskey.
Sneaky, you remember what part of the story was in the beginning, right? Now the sound of the phrase special sauce takes another meaning while you're reading this.
I don't remember anything. That's kind of the point of the special sauce. I can't be mentally traumatized by a thing if I don't remember reading it.
That's not true.
Waking up, Yumi couldn't find anything. She finds the scroll and she starts crying at the scroll. S-class mission, blah blah blah, requires your son, blah blah blah, Cayuga container, blah blah. Sorry for the loss of your blah blah blah. Rage filled her, and she punched through the wall. That asshole, how dare he do that to my son? I hope he is still alive. I guess she's going full German now. I will take every kunai he has and shove it up his ass. This fucking bastard. How could Zumo-kun do this? Wait, where is Zumo-kun? He said Water Clone wrote something. You know, objectively speaking, making a water clone write with ink and paper is probably the last thing you actually want to do.
Actually, yeah, once that water clone dispels, because those things
I
tend to
mean, if you just make
splash.
it, walk away.
He has a little bit of competence, that's why he died. Nobody competent can survive.
You okay there, Isabel? I don't... Why is my chat attraction of the weirdest other people?
What's the chat doing?
I don't know. Isabel just came in and just randomly wrote an entire paragraph that has nothing to do with anything that's been said.
I see.
Dear Yumi-chan, I'm now explaining to you the entire history of our relationship so the audience can know us better. Blah blah blah, words. I have sealed a bunch of stuff that is secret and super powerful into this scroll, and it's all very valuable and really strong and will make anyone who learns it unstoppable. Make sure to teach it to the kids. I'm gonna go kill myself now. And then she cried. More. I need to go see my son. Please let me go, Christina screams. And the door opened to reveal Danzo. I'm sorry, Uzumaki-sama, but your son died. No, you liar. Get out of my sight. I'm gonna kill you. You should rest a bit. I'm sorry for your loss. If little Naruto is dead, then I am going to stab you. The air became tense, and everyone watched the two people look at each other.
I mean, that's probably a pretty good reaction to Donzo, let's be fair here.
Yeah, blah, 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 words. The third Hokage brings the babies in. Who's the other kid? Hiruzen. It's this kid. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, Kazuma killed himself. Blah, 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 blah. roaming the afterlife in the Shinigami stomach. You must be glad, because so am I. Minato was a terrible person, absolutely fucking awful, and he fucked a bunch of women, and why did you ever marry him? He was a terrible, awful person, and literally the worst character to ever exist ever. We all told you not to do it, and he's a terrible man. Did I mention that he's awful?
I'm sensing some bias.
There might be some bias on the author's part, yeah.
No,
Just-
there is no bias here. Only glorious communism, comrade.
Well, he
Actually,
certainly
I'm
communized his
Russian,
dick.
So, yeah, this is not even communism.
Well, no, I don't know. He certainly
That's
communized his
shittism.
dick.
What?
He communized his dick.
That's
He made sure everyone got some. I'm not sorry.
You should.
Are you ever?
No.
No.
And blah blah. To answer your question, no, I am not glad he is dead because I wanted to murder him myself. Okay, author. I was forced to do so by your elder council, and I had to marry Minato, or my status as the Kyuubi's container would tell everyone and ruin my life. They said they would assassinate me if I didn't marry Minato. Okay.
Who said they would assassinate you?
They did.
Who's they?
There we go. Max
The
is
same
asking the
bastards that
Jewish
kill
question.
Kenny. The same bastards that kill Kenny.
The same people in control of the media.
The hippies. The hippies were going to kill.
It was the hippies all along.
We discovered the root of the problem. Now we need to burn all ganja.
Anyway, so apparently this story is about two mothers who their husbands were killed, so they get into a lesbian relationship with each other and raise their sons in their absence.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Naruto's supposed to be boinking both of them, and Kushino already has
That's probably honestly gonna happen.
Kushino
Blah
already has a
blah,
dick,
words,
so
words,
no lesbian.
words, pointless shit dialogue. Is there anything good here? Nope, just shit dialogue. He left your son all of his techniques ever. Yes, he also left everything ever, and he has some spells called Phoenix Revenge, Lima Wrath, Kirin Child, Lion Fang, and Eagle Eye. All 5 of them can kill in a single hit, and any Uzumaki can master them, to the point where he can do Hydra kills, allowing him to kill more than 5 people in a simultaneous attack. And the Sharingan cannot copy it.
Hmm.
Only 5 people. That's pretty weak.
fuck you. I'm taking my toys and going home.
Also, the only fighting style that can match it is the Senju Freestyle, a beatboxing technique that...
Go on.
Is
I
this
wish-
for real?
No, but it is called the Senju Freestyle. I just decided to make it more humorous than this
Yeah,
story
I know.
actually is.
Go
Okay.
on.
You know what? We can improve this story by the next chapter. Is Killer Bee has come to town in search of the mythical Senju freestyle?
The
Completely
mythical
misunderstanding what it
Senju
is.
Freestyle. Fucking Naruto back alley orphan. Taking 6 twists.
Stop. You're too white for that.
I will have you know, I can do the spin. That's about all.
What does that even mean?
It does mean that he was hit on the head too many times, so or maybe born without a doctor. He hit his head, now it's flat, so he can spin.
Exactly. I want to see a style based on breakdancing and beatboxing. I
There
mean,
is such a
look. So all I'm saying is, all I'm saying.
I have the perfect game for you. It's called Yakuza 0.
Look, so all I'm saying
Listen,
is
the
right.
Yakuza games are not that good. They're overrated. You don't need to play them.
Guys, there is such style. Take
mean,
an
you're
Eddie,
wrong.
that's all.
Look,
Near- Hey,
guys. All I'm saying
you're
here
entitled to your opinion.
is
I haven't
that
played
we
them. I
already
just know that everyone else is wrong.
we already know that
You
there is
literally admitted you
sound-based
wanted to pick up
jutsu
Yakuza 0 after watching
that
me
can
play
hurt people, and we
That doesn't mean I
already
played it.
know music exists of the modern era, and we all know that you can definitely specialize in a bunch of shit and still call it specialization because this is the Naruto world. So clearly, it is entirely possible to write an original content Naruto story about an OC or Naruto picking up beatboxing and breakdancing and then turning into a ninja at some point and using that as his fighting style. It
There
is
was a story like that.
completely valid and utterly canon 100%. Literally
Uh,
no fanon needed.
Sneaky, there was a story like that, similar story. Basically, Naruto was becoming a taijutsu master through dancing. He also found a scroll from False Hokage that described it. Basically, he wears some kind of super seal SQ code that unlock all chakra points in his body at the same time.
Oh yeah, the thing that everyone naturally has already, okay.
No, I mean it unlocked all of them. Basically, it flute them open. You know, like opening the gates, but all over your
No.
body. I don't know how it works,
No,
but it was stupid, but it was
No,
fun.
that's canon. The Tenketsu points in Naruto, they're always full of chakra unless you use all your chakra. Then they're empty of chakra.
No. Remember the explanation in canon how the opening of the gates work?
Yes, they're
Basically, now
spiritual
imagine
nonsense.
that each tenketsu open like all 8 gates.
Max, what?
I think he's not understanding how the gates work themselves. I don't think he
I
had.
know. I don't know how it works in the story. I just telling you what was in the story written.
And what I'm trying to tell you is
well,
the author was probably
that
wrong.
story sounds like they don't understand how Tenketsu or the 8
Oh,
gates.
they don't worry. It just was fun to read. Naruto was supposed to die in a second, considering his body would have exploded from that much power.
Anyway, let's continue. So, Yumi goes, oh man, yeah, the Senju freestyle, it's so amazing and completely unstoppable and uncopyable because the person just basically dances and no one can copy it or counter it because it's just so amazing and you just know every single super shinobi move. And then the mothers both high-fived each other afterwards because of reasons.
That's stupid, because Sharingan can copy even dancing.
Blah blah, blah 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 blah. Well, we have to kill those demons. The council chamber. This is the council chamber, the shinobi council chamber of the civilian council chamber of the special council of appointed officials.
Ocean Fanon existing.
Oh yeah, they all exist. Absolutely, totally exist. They aren't fanon at all.
Fanon demands it. Therefore it exists.
Yeah. We have
Like
to kill
Fox
them all.
Mars.
We need to slaughter them, rape them all, murder them all, kill them all, kill them all.
What?
You are all stupid flies. The kids must die. Well, do you idiots want another disaster like yesterday? Everyone feared the Izuka matriarch, so she proceeded. Good, now that you're all listening to me, we must go murder the Senju to prevent them from ever having kids again.
What the fuck?
Blah 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 blah. Then he dismissed them all. What a pain. I hate the council. I wish we could just not have councils.
Oh, boy! Do I have good news for you?
I wish this could just be a military dictatorship.
I wish this could just be a military dictatorship so I could just rule this village and read my porn, says the military dictator to himself.
You know, Sneaky.
No, see, here's the thing. I think it would be way funnier if they like he actually was the military dictator, and the council was completely not supposed to be around. they just kept him drugged with like they just drugged him up every time he thought about trying to get rid of the council. I should get rid of that council. Oh, quick, get the amnesia drugs, boys.
The amnesia drug.
You know, guys, there is a awesome idea of a fig, actually. Imagine that the console and the whole thing is actually Sandaime's delusion. He's hallucinating from the old age. He's mentally ill.
Harusa just walks into this empty room once a week and screams at a bunch of empty seats.
Yep. Yes.
He's just.
Now, the kicker there, the twist there, is that Danzo also shows up.
So what? It's just old age, and they've been smoking too much opium.
It's just a joint
No, just
shared
old
dementia
age.
delusion.
Just old age.
Just old age.
Actually, I don't know.
And
if
they
it's
both
canon or not.
entirely. There we go. That's why Root exists too. They're both imagining completely different council situations.
Exactly.
Guys, I don't know if it's canon or not, but does it mean that Shinobi with high chakra can't get an addiction to drugs? I don't know if it's canon or not. Basically, with high chakra, you are not damaged by the smoke from smoking and cannot get an addiction. You can't get
I'm
high
pretty sure
from
that's
drugs.
fan. I've never heard of that before.
Basically, I remember saying that chakra makes makes people resilient more. Basically, I don't.
Closest thing to that isn't Tsunade like she can't get drunk because she heals faster than she can drink? That's the
No,
closest
she
thing I
can't
can
get
think of.
drunk. No, she
She can't
can't.
get drunk. She just can purify herself with
Yeah,
medical
she
technique.
she naturally purifies herself pretty rapidly because of the seal on her forehead.
Yeah, that's the closest thing to that I've ever heard.
And
this is
and the explanation given is something Yang Chakra. So a lot of people then went, oh well, Naruto has got the Kyuubi of Yang Chakra inside him, and he's got lots of Yang Chakra from being Uzumaki, so therefore he can't get drunk or something.
Who's
What the
using
hell have I
vibrator?
been missing? Jesus.
Are you in the car?
Who the fuck just used the vibrator?
I did.
Yeah, Nosehair had to turn his vibrator off before joining into the chat.
No,
No,
he
I
wanted to make
was-
sure we could hear him turning it off.
Yes.
That's part
know-
of the fetish.
You know, guys,
No.
that idea about
Uh,
Senile Sandaime actually will make a lot of his choices make sense because he was so deluded and so hallucinated that
So,
he couldn't make it right.
several hours later, in the Hokage's office, you are fired, Koharu Homura. Empty your offices until 6 p.m.
They have offices.
Apparently.
You don't.
So
you
my
don't
new
have an
advisors have room for themselves. But why? We did everything for the good of the village. You can't fire us. You're right, I can't fire you now because I've already done so.
I'm some real asshole-ish.
You acted against mine and the Yodame orders. You blackmailed Kushina to marry Minato. No, that wasn't against his orders. You make
wasn't against
rules
Yodaime's
without my
orders.
knowledge, and you forget what your job is. You were advisors, not secret kagas.
Kagas.
You were advisors, not secret kagas. I've had enough of you. Dismissed. Good work, Jiraiya-chan. The
Was that
old
supposed to
man
be a
giggled.
Pegasus voice?
The old man giggled perversely. Oh god. Time skip 5 years later. 1 year
Why
before.
do we keep time skipping?
1 year before
This isn't
plot
Mario
began.
64. Why do we keep backwards long jumping into the future?
1 year before plot began.
Because after isn't capable of writing anything that happens in there without making it a flashback.
2 small boys were running through the streets ninja style so they could evade the bullets being shot at them.
Clever children.
It didn't last long when one of them bumped into a civilian. The villager looked down in disgust. And then someone is described as wearing clothing, but I'm not really sure who's wearing the clothing, because the author is having it Okay, yeah. What?
Is the author having a stroke again?
Yeah, the author's having a stroke again. Look where you're running, demon brat. You could have killed me. Now get out of my sight before I kill you.
Well, that's
What?
an escalation.
I see.
Like, imagine you're
Yes.
walking down the street, right, and you accidentally bump into someone, but he's like 3 times your size. And he's like, "Whoa, you could have killed me, man! Now I'm gonna crush your skull." And like, wait, what the fuck?
I mean, that's actually kind of an anime thing that happens already.
That's
Just-
GTA 5 in a nutshell.
For crying out
I mean, how
loud, people will
fragile
try
is
to
he?
murder you for taking their picture in that game.
How fragile is this
I
dude?
love the casual child murder is just something threatening
Just
the
gonna
village.
casually threaten to murder this child in front of
Actually,
everyone.
he didn't read Naruto. It's just Sneaky edit.
Wait, you're telling me you don't casually threaten to murder children when you see them on the street?
No, I don't.
No,
No.
I do.
Well, you're
you're
in
Russian.
Russia, so that's
You're in
expected.
Russia. That's like basically required.
Yeah.
that
Excuse
along
me.
with your
That I
morning
want to
prayers to
kill.
the picture of
So
naked
apparently the other orphan is British. Excuse the behavior of my friend, but if you use force, we shall too. So if you do not have anything more to say to us, then we shall depart. Come, Naruto, we should go before this peasant receives beatings from us.
We should go. You get by.
Don't worry. Don't forget to put the nail of your pinky finger to your mouth to make it extra English.
Stop.
No, I mean, in these days you gotta praise Allah to make it extra English.
Dr. Evil, English, the same thing.
Wouldn't that mean Naruto would be under guard and he would get more training? Well, you would think that. You would think that the children of the Hokage's advisors would be treated to not death threats. But, you see, Minato planned to murder Kushina, so all bets are off in this story.
Naruto is the ass baby of Minato because Kushina had a dick and she was a sex doll, so yeah, everything goes
Oh,
here.
hold up. How? What?
I
No.
Kushina had
not
a
how-
dick and she was a sex doll. She was an animated object that can't move. And
Wait,
she was
what
Minato's
the-
ass baby. No,
what
Naruto
the
was Minato's
fuck
ass baby.
is this?
What the fuck are you talking about? What
No,
are you
no,
talking
guys,
about?
shut up, shut
That
up,
was
it
at
gets
the
worse.
beginning of the chapter.
Shut up, it gets worse.
Stop.
The civilian looked to the side to see another
Cease.
5-year-old. And, blah blah, Senju clan, let's go, you're, blah blah, they ran away. You got it, Naruto? Yeah, haha. I totally got that asshole's money. I mean, damn, look, it's 400.000 Rio. First off, author, if you put a period in between 2 numbers, that's a decimal point. We call that a decimal point in math.
So
And
he
you're
stole for
retarded if you use that as a pause. And second off, author's note pause. 100 Rio is equal to €1, or dollar for the American readers.
So
Not-
$4.
Not only does he get the valuation of the Rio wrong, he also then says €1 equals an American dollar.
It's not how that works.
He lives in Taiwan.
I don't think there's ever been a
Taylor,
single
no,
point in
Taylor,
history where that's been true.
No, there hasn't.
Actually, to be honest, about 6 years ago it was. In Russia, at least. We had a euro and dollar at the same time at the same price.
But still, it's just like, not. He's just progressively got everything wrong in this sentence.
Just like the story from Tuesday.
Yeah. I also took off his earrings and envelope. I don't know what's inside the envelope.
Rings,
Damn.
not earrings.
Damn,
You
that's
should
some
take
nice
his earrings
skills.
off.
Damn, that's
I
some.
want to
rings.
take the ears off, but I can. What is this fucking
I just
Sander
stole his
Is this
ears right
Sander-
out from him.
Is this fucking Sander Cohen now?
Yeah.
Is that who
dude,
we're dealing with?
Dude, he just has a 100 skill stealing.
Fuck off, satirical, and I'm having enough of you dealing with your fucking bullshit.
Let's go open up this envelope because we're so good at stealing things, and now we can go buy presents for our parents. Also, I stole his pure gold necklace. Either he's very rich or a good thief, since that kind of person normally sends denim teams to shop instead of doing themselveses.
Oh,
You want to word that again?
So
No.
So Twitch glitched out. So for Sneaky, for the past 3 seconds for me, you've just been saying themselves is.
I have been saying themselves.
No, he's been saying that for the last 3 seconons. He just repeated it because he couldn't wrap his head around it.
I sincerely thought Twitch broke because it
No,
sounded robotic.
I am just trying to wrap my head around how badly they have butchered the. You know, I have now realized why they're butchering the English language so badly. It's because they're a freaking Euro bitch.
Just because they're from Europe doesn't mean that they butcher the English language.
Yes, it does. They butcher the
It
English
just
all
means-
the time.
No, it just means they're exceptionally good at it.
Can you be exceptionally good at butchering someone?
Yes.
I mean,
You
I
need
could
to be
point to a
you need be
number of
Spanish to understand it.
I could literally point to a number of serial killers to point out exactly how you could do that.
I suppose. So they open up this envelope, and Naru goes, "Wow, this guy was super dumb. We should go hide inside our secret thief den." This is a letter from the village bank. Dear Mr. Onigawa, as you've requested, we've included all of your money ever, and all your estates inside this envelope. And instead of making sure you're there in person before delivering this package to you, we're just gonna drop it off in front of your house.
50 Rio.
makes sense to
20
me.
Rio.
I was gonna say I don't see nothing wrong with this.
They're gonna drop off 200 pounds of gold,
Yeah.
$50 billion,
Uh huh.
No, not 50
and
billions. It's
$20
Rio.
million.
Okay.
Sneaky, it will be 500 million.
I mean, that's just amazing service. I don't see the problem.
Just no one's gonna notice the pallets of cash in front of this guy's house. Are they gonna walk up to this house and deliver it inside a giant box that says "not money" on the side of it?
I mean, sounds just like pretty good protection to me.
This
And-
isn't money. Move
and,
on.
And on top of all of this, the entire premise of this is that now that he doesn't have the letter, he won't know to be there to pick up his money. Except my problem with that is why wouldn't he read the letter? Like, why would he be walking around with an unopened letter? Like, unless he went to the bank and they gave him this letter instead of telling him this information. Like, at what point in time does he get mailed a letter that he doesn't read but carries with him on his errands to tell him that he's going to be mailed money later? Like,
He's a busy guy.
I see.
A courier just brought him the letter instead of bringing him his
right,
stuff.
of course. A courier just shouted, "I've been looking all over for you," and gave him the letter. Right, of course. My bad. That explains it, actually.
Just Skyrim style.
Right, of course.
Yes,
This is
of course.
Skyrim. I forgot. I thought I was reading Naruto. My bad.
Stop! Violate law.
Pay the fine or spend your time in jail.
Sneak skill.
Did he just shout sneak skill and leave?
I
Yes.
think.
No, he's
it-
still here.
Roll to perform sneak skill.
Yes, lend me your ear. I love the live action Robin Hood. That was good shit.
That was funny. The only not funny part was about moving the castle. For some reason, it made me feel disgusted. The joke was very, very bad.
Let's see. Interesting.
Also, just because people said Skyrim, I must link you this. Give me a second.
It's time for them to get horses and climb cliffs. Look, dude, so I was playing Skyrim once back in like 2013, and I used to have this video. I was recording it for some reason. I used to have this video, and I don't know what happened to it. It's still on my computer somewhere, probably.
I linked the
Somehow
video.
doubt that.
This is
Look, dude,
basically the
I
best
have
description of
5 hard
Skyrim
drives.
ever.
Okay, I have 5 hard drives. It's something is
no.
somewhere on my computer.
There are many
Some-
things in
it's
many
some-
places on your
it's
computer. I
somewhere,
bet.
he says.
It's somewhere, probably.
Sneaky, I think you and I have a problem, honestly. Because
Why do you also run out of space and instead of going, I should delete things, just buy more hard drives?
oh no, I take it a step further. I have like probably 60 terabytes of data at my fingertips between external and internal hard drives at this point.
Why?
You don't
Because,
understand.
why?
It's a
because
secret.
what if I need it later?
They are.
I mean, I guess
they're-
I'm not really allowed to talk because I have like entire seasons of anime on a external hard
What
drive.
if it's relevant later? Like, this entire HD rip of Jurassic World, what if I'm gonna watch it again someday?
Hold on, I wanna see what-
It's
The
it's real
entire
simple.
Resident Evil series. You don't know. I might want to watch it again.
Okay, here's what I have on my external. I have Kill la Kill. I have Dragon Ball Z for some reason. I have Bobo, and then I also have all 3 of the first seasons of JoJo.
Of course.
I'm
you do.
sorry, first 2
So,
seasons.
Anyway,
Is
point
that
being,
it?
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
pretty
also
pathetic.
have every single volume of parts 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3.
Okay, is that all you have on your external?
anyway,
I need to
before
expand
you
on
get
it
into
more.
a dick measuring contest, you feel, let me finish my Skyrim story so we can actually move on. So, I was playing Skyrim, and I don't remember what happened exactly, but I got off of my horse at some point on this mountain. And I go to get
As
back
many people do.
And I go to
yes.
get back on my horse. And as I'm moving forward by a centimeter, my horse hits a pebble and shoots into the air and proceeds to fly all the way from the southwest corner of the map and
Oh, yeah.
falls into the ocean next to Winterhelm.
Sounds about right for that game, yeah.
I was gonna say
It just works.
It just works. It just works.
you got King Crimsoned.
Like, it was a solid, 20-minute trip in the sky, too, as I'm watching the ground fly by under me. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I also saw a dragon fly backwards into a mountain and break its neck on the physics engine.
I'm not gonna even ask how you accomplished that because I know I'm never gonna be able to get an answer.
It just works. It just works.
No, it's not. It just works. It's just you somehow accomplishing things that no mortal
The
man.
game is trying to resist him.
Hey,
but
Max,
the
do you
resistance...
think we can get the truck onto
backfires.
the beach? No, Sneaky, what are you doing? Driving on the trees!
Hang on a second. Which game was this?
Dead Island?
Skyrim.
Oh god, right. That wasn't even a matter of the best part is I'm pretty sure I was just like, I don't know, maybe we can. Give it a try, Sneaky.
Because, I saw an area that could be used as a ramp to get onto the beach that normally you can't drive on. And I ramped off it expecting to go into the beach or, getting hit by an invisible wall or something. And instead we started driving on top of the palm trees. And I was just like, I can't.
It's like, Sneaky, I don't think this is what we were supposed to do. Just a thought.
Oh, God. Now, Dead Island, that was a game.
That
Yeah,
was
Is
that,
it when
interesting.
NPC are super dumb? Is it
that's
when
a
NPC are
game
super
that you
dumb?
play with friends.
I will accept it being called the Dying Light prequel.
I mean, that's basically what it was. Let's
Sneaky,
be honest.
Sneaky, that talent is a game with you can just munch everyone with your Duke Nukem boot, right? If I remember correctly.
Well, I mean, you basically pick the melee weapons guy, or you just lose.
Yeah, basically that's how it goes.
No,
See, you
I'm
say
pretty sure
that,
it was
but
a
I
game where
remember you
Duke
being
Nukem boot
addicted
exists.
to the chick that just threw weapons.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that's because
her.
Sneaky's masochistic.
Because I played the melee guy because I like swinging heavy weapons. Sneaky, I'll clear the room. Shoulder charge.
Explosion.
Sneaky, why did you
More
throw a grenade?
explosions. Explosion.
The biggest mistake I made in that game was giving you early access to the Dio bombs.
Guys, I have
Why would you give Sneaky bombs? Max, please explain why you thought that was a good idea.
He thought it would
Because
work.
Dio bombs are cheap and overpowered, and they're a great way to cheat everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
that guy
understand
looks
why
hard.
you wanted them, but I
That
don't
guy-
understand why you thought giving them to Sneaky was a good idea.
That guy looks hard. We should just throw bombs at him till he dies.
See, I thought it'd be a good idea
Yeah.
because by that point, I'd beaten a good portion of the game. It's like, hey, Sneaky, you want to just run through this?
Anyway, moving on. So, this stupid shit, Jetpot, we can just steal all this guy's life savings. And these kids grew up being tutored by their mothers, and they hated the village, and they loved their mothers. A little bit too much, some might say. And at age 4, they learned how to become shinobi, and they were really good at it. So they started stealing from the entire village.
I also think how Sneaky should play games.
Let's see, blah blah blah. They were both known. These two 6-year-olds were known for breaking into a bank in broad daylight, drawing TNA on the ceiling. But no one had any evidence to expose these kids for doing so. Because these kids actually knew what shadow clones were, and they knew how to use them, because the chakra they had was massive.
To me, it sounds like they're being enabled by their mothers to only prove the village right.
Yep. Flashback time to 2 years ago. So we're 5 years ago, flashing forward to 4 years ago,
Again?
flashing back to 2 years ago.
How many times are we going to flash forward and back?
Probably yes.
That's,
Get ready for
that's
Lost.
not an answer.
And so the orphans at age 4 were cornered by drunk people. And they all took out knives and said, "We're going to gank you now." And then they threw the knives at the orphans.
Quick,
And
activate the Black King bar.
And they were shocked by the giant golden chains that surrounded the orphans. So you say that. That's unironically what just happened.
Literally what just happened.
And-
Oh, now you fucked up.
You killed our friends, and now you will die. And then he was cut off as he exploded and overcame with fear. And then the Anbu came down and slaughtered them all.
Because of course they did.
Flashback end.
Excuse-
Naruto sniffed the air and then said, "Did again someone come to ask you both out?" The both women looked at Naruto and answered, "Yes, but don't worry, we love you." Both kids nodded and went inside. Alright, I'm starting to get some really bad vibes here.
Sorry, this is.
So Naruto is being taught how to become a tentacle ninja. Blah blah blah. You've awakened your chains, Naruto. I'm so proud of you, Naru-chan. Now make sure you can keep multiple chains up and don't let your focus down. Blah blah. He's creating more and more chains. Naru-chan, you're already stronger than me. It's so amazing.
At 4-year-olds.
Yes, yeah, at 4-year-old. 34 laps left, and 100 more push-ups, and 100 more sit-ups, and then a 10-mile run. I'm sure you guys will be strong in no time.
Saitama incoming.
Hi, you say that, but unironically, that's basically what's happening here. The author is unironically using that as a training method as to them getting stronger. Alright, finish up your workouts. We're gonna teach you special powers now. Yes, slave driver sensei. Good thing he knows how to talk to his elders, she thought.
I
And
don't
I
think
will
that's how that works. I'm like
He-
90% sure that's not how that works.
He is everything you want in a son, and he even got bored. He even got you bored gaze. He. He will become a girl magnet, and I will have tons of grandchildren. Foo 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 foo. Ending her thoughts with devilish chuckle as she used Earth rank jutsu to create a small seat for herself. Alright, so at what point do we get into D times D? Because we're done the chapter. And we're still not in D times D yet. You want to talk to me about training? Your father passed away. He gave me this special seal. This seal is very complex and kills everyone that uses it.
Mother of
Because-
the Year here.
Okay, this
The
seal is
contains all 9 Bijou.
using this
Fantastic.
seal. You can absorb a bijou.
I thought he already had
However,
one.
the stipulation to using this seal is that it can only absorb yin or it can only absorb yang chakra. Because you, Naruto, already have a yang half, and the other one has the yin half, you can absorb the Kyuubi into yourselves and become stronger. The seal is said to be desinged by Kami herself, so it can contain all 9 halfies without destroying the body or soul of the holder. Last but not least, it has
Did
to
you
be
just call them halfies?
Yes. That's what the author has been calling them for the entire chapter. Last but not
That's pretty-
least, the seal has to be applied before the chakra network is fully developed. That means until you are 10 years old. That's our explanation, as someone has never found out why, and the chakra network is finished during that time, give or take a year. So we'll have to apply this seal to you so you can absorb all of the Bijou and become gods. Can you promise me that you won't do it yourselves? Both mothers looked at each other and said in unison, no.
Uninin?
Someone named
Yes.
Uninon said it.
Uninon.
Who's Uninon?
What am I listening to? I have no idea.
We don't know anymore. I've ceased to know what the fuck is going on here.
Birth of Legends. It is certainly a Birth of Legends. OVA 1!
I'm sorry, did they just say OVA?
Yes, there is an OVA chapter.
Oh, alright.
For what purpose?
Brothers, true faces, newfound love, the depth of your heart, love is blood, travelers, empty shells, flames of love, paralysis in paradise, and the 6 Kage. Truly, this is a amazing chapter of epic proportions.
I mean, I don't know why you would think otherwise. This is amazing.
Because he wants to hope.
Sneaky. The first part should have told you everything you need to know about Kushina being a Futanari and Naruto being Minato says baby. So, yeah.
Alright, so this is the patron requested story.
Where's my pistol? I need to shoot myself in the head
Naruto
after
the
you said
Playmaker. A wrestling Naruto crossover. Speedrun in 2 minutes. I'm sorry, you what? Okay. Naruto Uzumaki has been drafted onto the worst team in the NFL. Wait, what?
What? I
What?
thought this was
Wait,
wrestling.
hang on a second. Hang
National
on.
Football League.
This
I
is
mean,
wrestling.
the cover makes slightly more sense
The
now.
cover makes more sense now, but I am now exceedingly confused.
Is there an NFL section?
I don't know. With the help of GM, can he build a team strong enough to take the league by storm and find love along the way?
among his team.
I'm pretty sure the only
Naruto,
reason wrestling has something is because it's storylines. NFL doesn't
Naruto
do
and
fictional
Baller
stories.
HBO show crossover. I put it in wrestling because he interacts with the WWE.
Nikki Bella.
Let's see. Is
Who the fuck is that?
Is there a football section?
I mean, there's probably a Madden section at the very least.
I must know the truth to this.
There
No,
is a
why?
football
There's
section.
no
like
NFL
this is like glancing into an eldritch tome.
There
There
is
is a
no
football
Madden
section, but there is a football section.
No, there's not. There's
No, no,
footballers' wives.
No, football section. I mean,
There's not.
if you look into games.
No, it looks like that story doesn't exist anymore.
There is not a football section in games.
No, the Naruto and Ballers HBO show crossover. It looks like the prequel to this story no longer exists.
Okay.
But he does have a sequel to this called Naruto the Playmaker Legacy, where Naruto grew up around football with his father being a former wide receiver for the Giants. For his entire life, Naruto Uzumaki has been trying to burst out of his father's shadow. I mean, that shouldn't be too hard. It's the Giants. And now has the perfect chance to create his legacy. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh god. The NRKO. Naruto is trained by the one and only Viper and is now ready to take on the WWE.
I don't even know where to start with you.
Naruto upped my career. Naruto Uzumaki has been through so much in his life. He's lost so much in his life, and he's never looked back, and he's followed his dreams. Now it's time for a new chapter of his life. Can he balance normal responsibilities and become an NBA superstar? I'm sorry, Potato. I will refund you your free story cover, but I am not reading this.
Do it. Do it. Do it, you fuck.
No, I
No.
have a standard against reading stories.
This man paid you money.
And yeah.
Look, Sneaky. It has more favorites than the last story. That means it's better,
Does
right?
it really? Oh my god!
I'm sorry, what is this story?
It has more
Why?
favorites than the previous story.
For
That
what
means it's
purpose?
better.
No. No, it doesn't mean it's better. It means that people are stupid.
This is FFnet. This is kind of the norm. So it's kind
Naruto
of
and
pointless.
Empire crossover.
I want you to read the description on the Rise of an Empire story.
Naruto
Says it was always different from his brothers. I wonder why.
skipping school, hanging out with the wrong crowd, and dropping out of college. When Lucius had enough, he sent Naruto away to be forgotten. But that didn't happen, so now he wants him back. Naruto times OC.
Oh.
Now, this is a principled issue, okay? So, there is 2 sections of stories that I won't read. Obviously, ones that I can't. That's a given, though. But I won't read things I don't know about, because if I can't comment on it properly, then I can't make jokes about it. You know, good ones.
This is fair.
And the second thing I won't read is stories that use the Naruto name for the sole purpose of getting read. For example,
99%.
Naruto the Playmaker. This has nothing to do with Naruto. This has nothing to do with ninjas. It has nothing to do with chakra. It has nothing to do with the entirety of the Naruto verse. The only Naruto thing about Naruto the Playmaker in this instance is the fact that the main character is blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white, and named Naruto Uzumaki. That is the only thing that links him
Sneaky-
to Naruto.
Sneaky, get used to it. People just want Naruto's fiction just to add them to the reading content. Water is wet, skies are blue, Michael Atkinson rapes dogs, and people use Naruto as a sort of a hope to get a lot of reading, a lot of facts just because of Naruto's name.
Yeah, no.
Okay, why was that first one in there?
What part?
Look, because Zarlan
Water is
really
wet?
hates dogs and he just has dreams of raping them.
What?
You know, I really would have liked it if you had never fucking spoken ever again.
Nah,
That is way too late
that would
for
be
that.
bad for everyone. Who is going to point the offensive things around here?
Exactly. Who's gonna be offensive around here? You? I think not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to be offensive.
Oh, you mean the Michael Atkinson part?
Alright, so let's
that's not
see.
my thing.
That's a
It's more
story
about
of
arson.
decent length, and that's a short one. Okay.
Hey,
Lilo and Stitch Naruto, Orange Naruto Stitch. Let's do this.
oh, this I
Naruto-
gotta hear.
Not the best
this-
experiment.
This is basically the story where Naruto boings Muppets.
I'm getting from that. Yeah. Jumba starts creating Lilo's birthday present, but does not realize it took Naruto away from his home. He hopes the Kyuubi won't go haywire or worse. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this so everyone gets a better idea what the author just said. Naruto hopes the nuclear bomb doesn't go haywire inside him, or worse.
I mean, if you had a nuclear bomb inside your chest, you'd be pretty happy if it wasn't.
Okay, yes, you would be concerned about it going haywire, but I'm not really sure what or worse in this scenario is. What is
blowing
or
up the
worse?
planet?
Oh no! The
for it to
nuclear
become-
bomb is going off. This can't possibly get worse. Is an actual legitimate statement. Because I do not know of any scenario in which a nuclear bomb is going off and it somehow gets worse.
If
I
it
can
gets
think of one.
sentience,
There is one. Excellion.
What?
What?
Okay, nobody saw Gunbuster.
What?
It's one of the coolest old style anime, Gunbuster and the sequel Die Buster.
Why are we talking about Gunbuster? What's up?
Yeah, okay.
Why are we talking about Gunbuster? What I miss?
Gunbuster, it's an old style anime. It's rather
Oh,
old, but
I'm
it was
aware.
awesome.
Why are we talking about it?
Oh, because
I've
the
watched it.
author put in the summary that he is worried about a nuclear bomb going haywire or worse. And my point is, I'm not really sure what's worse than a nuclear bomb going off.
My
And then
point's
we're all
back
like,
on
we can kind of think of some things that might be worse.
Zombie apocalypse. It's always worse.
Well, but
It's
no,
worse
but
than
that has
anything.
nothing to do with the nuclear bomb, though.
Nuclear zombie apocalypse.
Nuclear
One follows the other.
Every time
mean,
a
that's-
zombie dies, it explodes in a tactical nuclear explosion that levels the whole block. Also, chain reaction time.
quiet. Todd Howard will sue you for revealing Fallout 5's plotline.
It just works. It just works.
Hello, Anon. I've noticed that you don't have Fallout 4 in your Steam inventory. You want to tell me exactly why that is?
Nexus Rider says the idea of what's worse than a nuclear bomb is that the nuke goes off and rips a hole in the universe, and the Tyranids come through.
Stop!
That is fair. That is fair. Still, that's not exactly a concern you would immediately have as the person with the nuclear bomb implanted in them.
No, the nuclear bombs doesn't explode; it implodes. That's
You're
worse.
still dead though, so that's not exactly worse than the nuke exploding.
And you're well within
Actually,
ground zero. You will be
by
vaporized
Naruto's
immediately.
standards, the nuke going off is actually a worse case scenario than him imploding. So I mean, it's just
No. In this case, the nuke won't kill him. Remember, the nuke won't kill him; it will kill everyone else, but it won't kill him. So only cares
no, it
about
will
his
kill
mere
him.
inconvenience.
No, the Kyuubi leaving his body will kill him.
No. Kyuubi going high. It's not him leaving; it's him just basically going berserk. It won't kill him.
That kills him too. No, that kills him too.
In canon, he survived all 9 tails, so...
Yeah, in
without
canon,
communication.
Tsunade said he had to figure out how to use his tailed cloak because the regeneration that he was going through during his incomplete tailed mode was literally killing him, and he couldn't do it too much more. So, no, it was killing him.
But slowly, it won't instantly kill him, so he can snap
No,
back.
it'll just flay him alive until he stops healing it.
Well, until somebody stop him.
That is objectively worse than a nuke killing you. Literally being flayed alive until you finally die?
I'm pretty sure that's actually one of the punishments in Dante's Inferno.
Actually, yes, I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah, it is.
The 4th ring, where you're in a desert and the wind just flays your skin and then it grows back.
Because you can't die.
Anyway, will he be able to go back home? Rated teen for safe. Adopted.
Teen for safe.
This is my first X over.
I'm sorry, your first what now?
X over. I own none of this. Oh boy,
If you
Jutsus.
own any of this, we might have some problems.
He's got a
He's
special
reading.
text for Jutsus.
He's reading.
We see small boy with yellow hair wearing black-orange jumpsuit and black headband hitting targets and steadily evading weapons thrown at him. Naruto had been
Please
training
try to read
severely
what's
hard.
written.
I am.
No, you're taking liberties again. Stop it.
No, we see a small boy with yellow hair wearing a black and orange jumpsuit and black headband, hitting targets and swiftly evading weapons thrown at him.
Now you're not taking a liberty.
Now you're like actually reading what's there. You were cutting
was
words
reading.
out, and you said what do you say? Steadily?
What?
You didn't say swiftly.
He misread one of the words, but he was doing
He's
it
literally
right the
cutting
first
off
time.
Well,
words.
steadily and swiftly are both still correct usage in that exact moment.
No, it's 2 different words.
It is 2 different words, but it doesn't change what's going on. He's
It
still
changed.
evading all of the
It
attacks.
changed.
Naruto has been training severely hard to perfect his own jutsu.
Through physical training. Through evading.
I'm unsure what kind of training requires you to evade things and hit your targets.
Have you not watched any of the original Dragon Ball? That's literally one of Roshi's original techniques.
That requires
I'm gonna have
evading things and hitting your targets so you can learn how to cast Fireball. I am unsure as to how punching things makes you cast Lightning.
Turtle School does not mince on how to make
I
things
will
work.
literally cut you open. I will drive down to Boston, and I will wear you like a tauntaun.
Come the fuck at me, asshole.
Bitch.
Good luck. I'm behind 7.
I got a ring of
I'm
keys.
behind
I can
7.
cut you.
I'm good luck, bitch. I'm behind 7 Paul Revere statues.
I'm too quick for you. The buffs they give me are too strong.
Plus 15 to movement speed.
Come on, I need to learn control, he exclaims as he jumps from a tree, missing several shuriken. What does that have to do with control? Kakashi Sensei, you've to do more than that if I want to be able to perfect my new mode. He speaks as
If you
Kakashi Sensei
transform-
was breathing heavily. Naruto, don't overexert yourself. You tend to thump faint. He turns around and finds Naruto out cold on the ground. He walks over to him. He slaps his face gently. Naruto, you need to wake up, or else you won't get any ramen. Oh boy, we sure know it's Naruto now because he loves the ramen. Ramen? Where? Naruto sits up and looks around. Kakashi Sensei chuckles. I think we're done for today. Naruto smiles. Ooh, come on. I want to practice my new form so I can be good at it. Naruto grabs his stomach, though food would probably be a good idea now. Hey idiot, if you stopped listening to your stomach and listened to your brain, you would have been fine. But did you do it? Nope. What? If you stop listening to your stomach and start listening to your brain...
No, if you stop listening to your stomach and listen to your brain, you would have been fine.
Wait, but he's hungry now and he wants to go get food. How is that listening not...
Basically,
What?
it's Kirby wants him to starve.
Apparently, yeah.
Look,
I'm not an
Kyuubi's
idiot for wanting
intelligent.
food. I'm a growing man. I need a break every now and then, don't I?
A growing man in a body of a little boy. This-
You want to eat ramen, that's all. You know it. Maybe I can beat my record of 18 bowls. Why me? Why? I'm going to ignore you, because I don't want to be in a bad mood going to Ichiru Ramen. So Kakashi Sensei, are you... He looks around and stands up quickly. Damn it, he must have left when I was talking to the Ninetales. God, Jesus Christ, is every single line a new... Oh my god. It is. Every single line is just a new fucking paragraph. Literally, there's no descriptors at all. It is written like a goddamn play.
Apparently, he was trying to make a Muppet show of his own, where people fuck Muppets.
Yeah, you really focused on this Muppet fucking.
Because that's what happens there later.
Hey, do you want the usual? Yes, of course, here you go. Meanwhile, on an island, Lilo and Stitch, birthday. I'm not reading that. No Stitch, I told you last time. None of us got a cake because someone ate it all. What is big deal with decorations? Tomorrow is my birthday. Oh yes, little girl birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow, and Jumbo didn't get little girl anything. Looks like Jumbo will be all night getting special thing for little girl. He runs to his lab and prepares to make something unique for Lilo.
Well, that sounds obvious threatening. For
Sounds
Bonnie.
somewhat sexual too.
Ominous. I was just being tactical.
Alright, well now we've read that, we can never read that again, and we can move on to something else.
Excellent.
Read for the next chapter, you will find it really amusing.
You know, I'm gonna not. Today Tuesday or Friday? Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Alright, so this is Sticks and Stones, brought to you by who pinged me with this? No, Tension again. So we're just gonna accelerate through this and hopefully finish it before I finish off another bottle of whiskey. My secret sauce requires whiskey. Sticks and Stones, a pure Naruto story by Miss Ala Lee. She was Jonin, a renowned student to Tsunade, second in command at the hospital. She could level fields with her fists and bring a ninja back from near death. So why did everyone still call Sakura weak and useless? She simply could not escape the torment and hatred. Maybe it was time to join the Anbu and show them all. Kakashi times Sakura. One chapter, 4,000 words, 3 favorites. Oh, only posted 6 hours ago. Boy, that's fresh off the presses.
Fresh out of the Hell's Forge.
Woo,
I was
I'm
gonna say
back.
fresh off the presses works, but I think fresh off Hell's Forge works much better.
Stop shipping children with their teachers for fuck's sake. No, you see, no, Nexus, you see. Telling her that is actually sexist. Because you are limiting a woman's right to choose who she fucks and who she forces to fuck. And it's reverse rape if you don't let her do it.
To be fair, though, from the summary, Sakura is already an adult by the time anything happens. So it's only Kakashi grooming Sakura.
Oh my.
We're done. Move
done.
on, please.
My first fanfic in many years. I've honestly abandoned the other ones due to lack of interest, and simply because I was young when I wrote them. I am old now. Well, I'm 26. Fuck you, author!
Fuck you.
My tastes have changed, my vocabulary is infinitely better, and I have matured as a person. I'm gonna press X to doubt heavily on that one, Famalam. This is written during the span between Pain's assault and the Fourth Shinobi War. Okay. There really isn't a good timeline, so we'll say there's like a year between the two events.
A year? The fuck?
No.
There's like 2 months of stops. 2
At
months.
best, yeah.
3 if you stretch it, if you make the recovery of the village the prime example of how time flows. But with the ninjas and chakra, I think.
It gets better.
Yeah.
Sasuke joined the village after Pain's assault instead of starting a fourth war. He's just there for plot sake, really.
To remove some conflict. So
Yeah.
they won't need to run around.
Yeah, Sasuke randomly rejoined the village, so I don't have to worry about the entire rest of the ninja plot of Naruto. I can just spend time writing my hot Sakura on Kakashi action.
Yeah, but Sneaky remind me of another fic. That's so bad it's good.
That is false statement.
Found this piece of shit. And linked it.
I'm sure you did. The silence that enveloped the village in the early hours of the morning was a sound that far exceeded anything else. Yes, the silence was a sound that exceeded all other sounds. The sound of silence. It was the sound of peace. I don't know why people say that silence is the sound of peace. Usually it's the opposite, honestly. You know, unless you're saying peace is death, at which point then, yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. But usually the sound of peace is like the sound of cars and people talking and, you know, just general not war sounds.
And the sound of everyone that Pain killed not being alive.
Hearing Sneaky say Sakura like that makes me feel violated.
Did I miss anything important?
I apparently sexually assaulted one of my viewers.
Sneaky,
Sneaky managed to
no.
make name into sexual assault.
Sneaky. Oh my god. That's it. The channel's done for now.
I don't even know how he did it, but he did it.
My
How
vocal
could you do that
tones were
to
so
Aura?
amazing. That
He verbally raped Aura.
Correction, he verbally molested him. He didn't rape him just now.
I
Well, see,
He
violated.
didn't come that far.
I violated his sanctity.
With the way that he said Sakura's name.
Let's be honest. There was a penetration in the virgin area, some trusting involved. Does it sound better?
No. The attack by Pain had come and gone, and the village was finally on its way to being rebuilt. The destruction had been unimaginable. No, the destruction was quite imaginable. I don't know why you would describe the destruction of Konoha as unimaginable. It's very imaginable. Konoha was a crater. That is very easy to imagine.
Sneaky, just to make a point, it's actually unimaginable because of the scale. The village, imagine the whole
No,
city, what you
again,
really
it's
turn
actually
into a crater.
no. See, it's actually very easy because the nature of the destruction makes it imaginable. Because it wasn't like a bomb going off or a fire raging or an earthquake where the level of destruction just cannot be conceived due to how much was destroyed. Actually,
or a giant fox.
it's actually the opposite in this case. Is the nature of the destruction of Konoha is very easily conceived due to the fact that all of Konoha is now a hole in the ground, and it's a very visible spherical hole too. So
Sneaky,
it's very easy to imagine the destruction of the village.
You're missing the point. It's not about the destruction itself, but the scale. Imagine a whole city, a major city like New York, turning into a giant crater.
Yeah,
we don't see the scale.
that'd be very
That's the
easy to
problem.
imagine. It's a giant crater, so it's a hole in the ground. It's like, wow, that's insane, but it's still
You
a
just
giant
can't
hole.
imagine how it's done.
It's very
You just-
imaginable. I mean,
Won't be able to
I'm
imagine
certain
how
there's a
it's done.
couple people in this stream that would like to imagine New York City being a hole in the ground.
That's
Anyway.
depressing. Wow, depressing.
No, it's not at all.
I always want to go to New York City at least once.
Zara is approaching it from the scale level. I know Zara is approaching it from the scale level, but what I'm saying is...
Because small village is their home. It's basically like you destroy America, it turned into a big crater. For
no.
them, it was the same thing.
No, see, this is something that I wrote about when I was doing a D-Day thing. In the aftermath of the D-Day invasion, the corpses of the people that could be recovered were recovered, and they were replaced. They were placed in a giant row, and it stretched on for like a mile or so, something like that. And it was a massive scale, but you could see it all, and like you can be told, 100,000 people died, and you would just be like, wow, that's unimaginable. I can't even imagine how many people died. But because 100,000 people were then lined up in front of you, and you could see those 100,000 people dead, then you can imagine it. It is now no longer unimaginable. It is now in front of you. It is now imaginable. The nature of the destruction of a city is unimaginable on any instance besides a meteor hit it, and now the city is yeeted. There is no city left, it's just a giant crater. That's very imaginable.
That we're not talking the point of facts. That's a point of perception of scale. You can talk you describe it from the perspective of attachment to the facts, basically from emotion. It's like I will be describing the end of the World War II for us, for Russians. Basically, when we see children playing using the corpses of the Nazis and using them to slide down by the snow hills. Yes, that's unimaginable. But that's what happened.
Eh,
Here is the scale. The
You're
little
using
scale.
it.
It's
You're
like
using it in a
Europe.
philosophical sense. I'm using it in a literal sense.
It's a philosophical sense here. It's basically like a very colorful description. It's like imagine the scale of all the people dying in Europe because Europe was turned into giant crater.
Yeah,
That's
but
basically
I'm just
same
saying
thing
in
happened.
this scenario, the literal sense of the word trumps the philosophical sense because of how vivid the image is. It like if they said in this sentence, and don't get me
No,
wrong, they're
vividness.
doing good so far. But if they said in this sentence the destruction had been immense, the destruction had been cataclysmic, it had been apocalyptic, it had been, you know, just other descriptors, I would have been like, yeah, sure. But it's not unimaginable.
No, I tell you, I'm thinking that it's more pointed towards unimaginable in place of, imagining the destruction itself. Basically, when you look at the picture of a war zone after something is ended, you're picturing the war zone, just the ground, the corpses, yes, but how it all happened and the unimaginable pain, suffering, death, crime, guts, and firepower that was thrown into this place to wreck it so much.
Again, yeah,
That
that's
you won't be able to imagine.
unimaginable because it's not uniform. Konoha was leveled in a single attack into a giant uniform sphere in the ground. There's nothing else to it.
Because nobody could perceive that the person of such power existed.
Yeah, so the aura makes my point for me again. Sakura was literally there and literally saw the destruction of the village firsthand. Yeah, it wasn't unimaginable. It's just I'm just saying it's a poor word choice in this exact instance
No,
because
okay.
so far the author is actually writing everything correctly.
Yeah. Sneaky, did you just become competent for several minutes?
I'm always competent and sober unless I don't want to be.
No, we just became competent for several minutes and actually had a meaningful discussion. We need to
Excuse
celebrate it. Where's
you,
my bottle?
there is a reason why I have listed this stream under educational as well. Sometimes I do that. Don't
Rarely.
worry, it'll go away.
Once in a new
Not
moon.
often enough.
Yeah.
Whatever the entail of the meteor hit the earth.
Blah
Like in that
blah blah
Hitchcock's
blah.
movie.
Hokage, brilliant rays of sunlight. Blah blah. Breakfast. Blah blah. Sakura. Emerald green gaze. Sorry, let me get a little deeper tone for this guys so I can see the depths of emotion Ross is putting into the story. Sakura! Emerald green gaze.
I think the stream's over.
Yeah, stream's done. It's 8:55. Let's just stop.
That's why I'm
The
finishing
power
it
of
up.
Christ
Fuck you.
compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
Anyway, so blah 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 words and stuff. Sakura's approached to be a legendary medic, and she feels too young for the position she's in, and she's sighing about the sacrifices she's made, and wow, she has all of these friends, and she clung to them dearly because they were such amazing and great friends, and her forehead is so big. Okay, so literally, it goes so blah blah, teenage girl stuff, 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 young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel. Sasuke shows up to be a dick to her. Young adult novel, 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 young adult novel. Sakura realizes she actually hates Sasuke, and then Naruto comes over to comfort her. Young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel. Sakura realizes that she's been a terrible person in Naruto, and that Naruto is actually a great person and a wonderful, caring boy whose deep and passionate ocean blue eyes view her with nothing but satisfaction and love. And
You
young
should touching
adult
yourself by this
novel,
point.
young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel, Naruto and Naruto. Sakura and Naruto are now in an apartment together.
Naruto, and Luigi Naruto.
Blah blah. He unzipped his boots. Blah blah. And then they go to sleep, but not together. A line break. Later on, they woke up and ate breakfast, and then they stopped by Aruka, who they talked to for a bit, and blah blah blah. Kakashi Sensei shows up, and blah blah blah. Kakashi is viewing these two students, and he's feeling really old at his 17-year-old lifestyle. Blah blah. Oh, so Kakashi was de-aged by 10 years too. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Young adult novel. Young adult novel. Sakura is so amazing. Young adult novel. Sakura resolves to not be weak anymore and looked down on by the rest of her friends and teammates, and so she approached Tsunade and asked to become an Anbu. And the Hokage looked at her and was shocked by Sakura's request to become an Anbu. And why was she so formal? What the hell was in his drink? Young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel, young adult novel. Kakashi, the new Hokage now. Apparently Kakashi's Hokage now. Denied Sakura's
I mean,
request to
Kakashi did
become an
almost
Anbu.
become a Hokage like how many times?
Yeah, I
And then
know,
actually
but
became Hokage?
the
Well, he
whole
almost, no, he did.
3.
no, the
Yeah, he
whole
did.
plot of Post Pain was Danzo becoming temporary Hokage, calling a summit to go get Sasuke killed or whatever, and Naruto approaches him. He's like, "No, let us deal with Sasuke." And Danzo's like, "No, you fucked up long enough. He's going on the hit list."
Also, I want his eyes.
Give me your eyes, make us whole.
Okay,
don't
but
think
that
he
last
should-
bit was kept under wraps.
Well, yes, obviously Danzo did not go around screaming, "Make us whole."
Oh,
Make
that
us-
would have been a
One
very
of us,
different
one
story.
of us.
Make us whole, Isaac. Fuck you and fuck your marker.
That's actually why the fourth Hokage didn't use the Yin Yang seal on the trigram Yin Yang seal on Naruto to seal the full Biju inside him, and that's actually why he used the Shinobi Dead Demon seal to yeet himself into another dimension because Danzo had found the relic.
One of us, one of us. Ubu gabu, ubu habu.
Ooga booga.
I don't know how I feel about how young adult novel describes everything happening in this chapter perfectly. How can I understand what's going on perfectly by him just saying those 3 words? Because it fits like a glove, exactly, tension. Because once you've read a single young adult novel, you've literally read them all.
You're at Twilight.
Yeah. Like, I honestly did not know that The Host and Twilight were written by the same author. Like, The Host was written before Twilight 2, by the way. I did not know they were written by the same author until way later. Like, 2 years later. Because The Host is written far better than Twilight. Like, immensely better with, like, actual characterization of the main character.
Well, see, Twilight had pretty boys, and that's what all the young girls want nowadays. Oh, I'm sorry, that's what they've always wanted.
Twilight was a fun girl story.
No, Sarah. What girls have always wanted was 50 Shades of Grey.
Piece of paper.
Well, let me
Paint
rephrase that.
deliver.
It's what girls said they wanted.
What they
Girls
actually
won't
wanted.
actually say that they
what
want
girls
softcore
say they
porn.
want Twilight.
but
What
they
girls
will-
actually want 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
A piece of paper with a paint print on it.
Oh god. Anyway, let's see. Blah blah blah. I'm denying you your entrance to join. Why? You can't deny me this. I demand you consider me to join your elite fighting force. Kakashi stood up and stared down at her. She wasn't afraid to stare back at him. Fine. Go to the training room. Dismissed, both of you. Sakura smirked at the Hokage. Sakura Haruno won. You won't regret it, Hokage-sama. Well, considering you're bad-mouthing the Hokage and telling him to go fuck himself and that his considerations are worth less than dirt, I'm pretty sure you would make a really shit special operative. Being that you're basically supposed to die on the Hokage's word as an Anbu. He ran a gloved hand through his hair, and he felt really old and stuff, and he was sad that Sakura was looking at the Anbu like it was something to go towards, and he was sad and stuff, and he's still sad, and he's depressed, and he's sad, and he drank some coffee, but he was still sad about Sakura. He was really focused on Sakura, and Sakura's deep emerald green eyes, and Sakura, and Sakura, and Sakura, and Sakura, 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 Sakura. Sakura, Sakura. Coffee, coffee, Sakura. Sakura, Sakura. No wonder Tsunade drank so much. End of chapter.
Who's he in love with coffee or with Sakura?
He was drinking his coffee, imagining he was drinking Sakura. Alright, lads. It is 9:03, and you know what 9:03 means. It means we can get the hell out of here. So let's do that.
God.
I appreciate
Excellent.
everyone that came, everyone that contributed, even you, Worf, even if you were silent half the time. He's gone too. Alright, well, thank you for popping by, Zarlan. Thank you for showing up nose hair, and fuck you, Atin. Eat a giant dick. I'm not paying you tomorrow.
Wait, Atin gets paid?
No.
Not anymore.
Yeah! Internet high
No,
five.
no, like. Wait, hang on. Is that a serious question, Nosehair?
No, I was joking.
Okay, just making sure. I'm never sure with you and Sneaky sometimes.
Alright, well, anyway, I will see everyone here next time. Of course, tell more people about this. Don't forget the dates more than I do, because that's just pathetic. Everyone knows I'm the worst at this. If you are worse at me at remembering dates, then, I don't know, I guess, what's lower than pathetic? I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose. But, I'll see you all next time on Friday, because, remember, there's always more, and it always gets worse.